Have you repented for the worshiping of demons and your sorceries? You better do it before the seventh trumpet sounds.
Today we're going to be covering the Christian persecution that's happening around the world. One police department, and what
that was hilarious.
What I'm making fun of is there was this lady this police department hired. As she was doing it, she was doing exactly what I was just, just doing all that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, some deaf people were watching, and they're like, "She's not saying anything."
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I was like, "Wow!"
And there was a recent one with that, in Minneapolis, where they hired this lady.
Minneapolis, it's the spawn point.
And she was very eccentric. It was a little odd looking. Like I've had conversations with deaf people before, and it was not like that.
You have?
Yeah, back when I worked at GameStop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were nice. Usually it would they either have a interpreter.
They have to be nice, or you'll sneak up on them and scare them.
That'd be really easy. But yeah, they were always really nice. But usually it would devolve to writing on paper back and forth like a chat room, and that was the easiest way to go about it.
Right. People will do it on their phone now.
Oh, okay.
They'll just type in their phone.
Yeah, and that was always
turn it and show it to everybody.
Yeah,
to be fair, in
Quebec,
ASL, American Sign Language, you do have to show certain amount of emotion with some of your signs.
Oh,
you do.
To get across what you're saying.
I'm sure, but when there's that much exaggeration, I'm like, I've seen other people do it before.
Well,
they're a little bit more.
But different emotions do convey totally different. Like if I can't think of any off the top.
Like you can go. I forget the whole the sign for sad. It's like you can be like, or you can be like,
or you can do, and that's sarcasm.
Is it?
Yeah, like. I was so sad,
You
do actually need to show some kind of facial emotion.
Well, this lady was livid.
I'll tell you what.
This lady was absolutely angry.
Because believe it or not, people who use ASL, they can use sarcasm and convey it.
I feel like the internet's completely ruined me. I feel like anytime I hear like a 3-letter word, I'm like, what weird thing is that?
Yeah, American Sign Language. The only reason why I know that though is we started to learn American Sign Language.
Why didn't you keep up with it?
Because we weren't consistent.
Children.
Oh my
Children.
gosh.
But we wanted to learn it.
Why?
So we can talk in front of our children.
That's a very specific reason.
And because there is a community of deaf people in our area as well.
Mostly so we could talk.
But mostly so we could talk in front of our children.
LOL.
I've not encountered very many deaf people. I have encountered people who use like some signs, but not necessarily like exclusively sign language, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I always enjoyed them when they came into GameStop back in the day. It was always just kind of interesting, and that, like I said, they were always pleasant to deal with. So they were among my favorite people that would come in.
Something I really think is cool is one of the theaters that I work at, they actually have a sign language interpreter come to one of their shows.
I was thinking you were going to have like a deaf show.
Every show. Well, they actually have a special needs night where they have or sensory friendly. I don't remember exactly what they call it, but they don't they only dim the lights. They don't completely black out. They turn down the volume on everything.
That's neat. That's really neat.
So it's yeah.
That's
and then
cool.
we have a sign language interpreter come out for it too.
That's neat. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It's cool. It's cool. We get a lot of people in the audience for that.
Do you take that's mean, never mind.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
I did.
That's me. Never mind. Wow.
Jeez.
Well, we know.
Like I said, I've gotten good about cutting off certain jokes. You'll know when I do, because I'll commentary on it myself. It's like I hear myself make it. I'm like, no, Levi,
don't do that.
There's certain jokes that sniff the line and go a little over the line, and that one was a little over. I told the funny me to hush.
Levi's been working on his filter.
Yeah, his self-censorship. It's going.
Good.
It's going. You'll know when it happens. I'm not good at hiding it, so you'll know. It's like a reprimand for myself. A quick little, slap on the wrist.
Gosh darn it, Levi.
You're better than this. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. So yeah.
Well, that's neat though. I like that idea because it's nice to just involve people of different needs and things like that.
Oh yeah, and because
you give them something, and it's not say like, well, no, it's not like. I didn't mean like that. It's just nice that. Let's go out of this topic.
I will say what Levi was trying to say.
It gives him something to do.
I'll say what Levi was trying to say, and it came across the wrong way. It gives them a space where they are accepted.
Yeah, and something that they can enjoy. It's like
know they're accepted and they can enjoy it.
Right, because it's like if they go to like a show where they're not thinking out for those people. It's like you're not going to enjoy that.
Well, and and to kind of go off of what you're saying, like I had a client that I worked with, and very loud and uncontrollable. Not always, but she would have moments where she was very loud and could not be controlled. I could not control the volume. She could not control the volume. Going to a show was not always people didn't always appreciate that because she would get excited and there would be a lot of volume when it wouldn't be a normal time to have volume from the audience. And so audience members would be confused and it would take away from their experience. I put that in air quotes because whatever. But yes, it provides a space where they don't feel like they need to they feel like they can be themselves and not have to they're being accepted into that space as they are.
Yeah, not being overwhelmed.
Right.
So yeah, I like that. I had no idea that
Ben's
was even
over here.
Well, for what it's worth, I had to cut off one joke, so he's not. It's one of those things.
I almost died. I was like, it's so funny.
I had to save it, man. You made it, so I had to save it.
Well, that's some recompense. There's times.
Cried.
Ben got me back for the dog head. That's fine. That's allowed. I'll take it.
Jamie's over there choking now.
Don't laugh too hard now. Don't laugh too hard.
Right. There we go again. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the scare. I was scared.
It went down my throat and then up my nose.
Ew. I've had that happen to me with food though.
Yep.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
And then I had to blow it out of my nose. It was horrible.
Oh, that's really gross. It came out of your nose. I've never had that happen. Just close.
Only on this podcast can you hear such riveting content.
Right.
Such fantastic content. Was there snot on that food by any chance? Was it mushy or was it still solid? I want to have the details on this snot food. People listen to this podcast, man. They're like, why
are we here?
Is this the third time? I mean, it was like vomit one time. There was something to talk about diarrhea another time. Now we're talking about snot food. Did you eat it afterwards? He couldn't eat the cereal.
Oh my gosh. I almost tea just came out of my nose, Levi. Thank you for that.
Well, there you go. We have a very particular audience for our cast.
Make sure you go back in the post and really get that tea coming out of my nose. Everyone's going to enjoy that, I'm sure.
Some people provide ASMR. We provide gross out.
Right.
Only the nasty
What have we become?
Gross hacks.
Yeah.
Nasty hacks.
Welcome to the show.
that time of year again.
Oh.
It's the end of the world. The apocalypse is here.
Is it time to vote
I
already?
missed it.
Louis.
No.
Nothing?
We're back at the... What do you mean? Nothing. I don't get the joke.
You said it's that time of year again. And then I talked about you did the apocalypse song. And I said, oh, is it that time of year? Is it time to vote already?
I don't get it.
It's all right. It's all right.
If you thought that my joke was even somewhat funny, or you at least got the joke and you gave a little comment below. Jeez.
Is that Jiminy Cricket over there? He wants to talk to Jamie about her conscience and humor. Well, gee, Jamie, I thought it was mighty funny, but we're going to work on it. I'm just kidding. We're going to work on it.
Jeez. Nothing? Wow. I really thought someone would get it.
I'm sorry. I still don't get it.
You know, I'll be honest. I don't either. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Talking about how politics are just crap.
That's
basically.
fair. That's
That's
fair.
what I'm trying to get
That's
at.
fair.
Like,
Very topical.
and how
Yeah.
like it's very Hunger Games-esque. Like just we're voting, but for what?
It really grinds Jamie's gears.
It really grinds my gears.
And
And that's where we're
not-
going to get into this new segment. It's Politics with Jamie.
It's not even close to being that time of year to vote. So that's also part of the joke. Like,
Mm.
It's layered like an onion.
Yes. You have to have a higher IQ to get it.
Lord
as
knows.
funny. Not as funny when I have to explain it, though.
Lord knows.
When you tell a real good joke, make sure it lands on the nose.
Keep going, Leva.
If you don't, no one will laugh at you, and it'll be sad. I don't know.
That was like kind of like a toddler tune. I
Oh,
really like
there
it.
I am. There I
I
am.
like it. I like it.
I am the toddler this
He
time.
is the toddler.
If I need more, what would Sam sing though? He'd make it kind of scary.
Yeah, he would.
He would. He'd say something in there that would be just slightly unsettling.
Like a veiled threat.
That's how Sam's songs are. I love when he does that. When he'll say like something like, oh gosh, I don't know. Like,
Oh, there was one song where it was talking about breaking every chain, and he actually sang words about being chained.
see, it's like that's what I like. Every once in a while, he'll slip a little veiled threat into his songs or something just unsettling enough where you're like, what does that mean?
I don't like that.
An arm out of darkness, and you're just like,
I love listening to his version of songs.
oh yeah, oh always.
Anyway, you've got a segment that
I
you
do.
started 10 minutes ago.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that song. The band's probably pissed.
Yeah, they're mad.
They're like,
They're
what
mad.
did we play this for?
Yeah, what are we even here for,
They're
guys?
on standby. They're like, do we need to play this again?
Just waiting for me to be like,
Did we miss it? Did we come in too early? Yeah.
well, last week we talked about the 7 seals,
Not the animal.
not the
Arf,
animal.
arf.
That's what we learned out of that.
Clarified that.
And then there's the 7 trumpets and the 7 bowls that still have to be done. So the apocalypse has started, and it's not great, and it only gets worse. It only goes downhill from here. So
It eventually goes uphill, though, right?
For a moment, doesn't it? Yeah.
it goes downhill for people that are rebellious towards the Lord, but it's fine for everyone else that is protected by the Lord. So, there were 7 angels. John sees 7 angels in heaven. They have 7 trumpets, and they prepared to blow them. And this is in Revelations chapter 8. And the first angel blew his trumpet, and there followed hail and fire mixed with blood, and these were thrown upon the earth. And the third of the earth was burned up, and a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up.
Ooh.
So a third of everything from all of the trees and the grass just get decimated by this.
So resources are going to be fairly scarce.
Yeah. Humans have resources that are scarce. I think the mixture of hailfire mixed with blood was an interesting visualization of it. I'm not sure what that means other than it's scary.
Yeah.
I wonder it's from all the cloud seeding that they're doing. What are they putting in the clouds? That's what I want to know.
They're sowing something.
Blood?
Oh, that'd be weird.
No, we don't believe that here.
That's why I wore the hat. I don't believe that. I was speculating.
Not for me. I love.
Just for
I'll believe
educational
anything.
purposes.
You'll tell me anything. I'll believe it.
I'll believe anything.
It's
I trust it completely.
It's just for educational purposes. It's okay.
Dude, that's how some people are, though. Never mind. Anyways,
that's another
that's
cut
off
off.
topic. The second angel blew his trumpet. Something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood. A third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. So,
Sounds like a meteor.
yeah, like some kind of cataclysmic meteor or something happens where it comes down, kills a third of the fish, a third of the water becomes blood, which I would assume it just is dead.
No, that's not wormwood, is it? That they're talking about
No.
there. Oh, good. So we haven't even started.
No, we haven't even gotten to wormwood yet.
Lovely.
This is for the ocean.
Oh.
And so a third of the ships, like naval power, gets like a third of it gone.
Well,
And
by
you-
then there might not even be any fish. It'll just be plastic.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah.
true.
But you said that a mountain. What about
Something like a great mountain.
Oh, something
So
like a
something
great mountain.
massive.
big old
Okay.
meteor.
Yikes!
And then on the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, blazing like a torch, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood.
Okay, so here's the second one.
A third of the waters became wormwood, and many people died from the water because it was made bitter.
That's interesting because it's like you would think that the first one would be bad, but it'll be like, it'll just be a cataclysmic event.
Yeah.
And what's interesting too is that it says the waters will become bitter, right? So
A third of the water. So a third of basically people's drinking supply just gone.
is it gone, or does the meteor have something on there that just makes it undrinkable?
It's like a poison or...
Because you do have
a poison or a supernatural thing, one of the two.
Yeah, because you do have like various, that's a big concern about when they bring stuff back from space is that it would have some sort of virus or something on
Right,
there.
that we'd never encountered before.
And then it would just wipe us out.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if it's something where it's not necessarily a disease, but it makes the water just completely undrinkable.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. There is a comet they have called Wormwood that's supposed to come by Earth here soon.
You have to
In the
wonder if
next
that's like
couple of
a
years.
red herring, though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, we're going to scare people. It's
Here's Wormwood, and then
They've
all the people
been-
get on their TikTok. But
Well,
it's weird, though, so...
men always try and, I feel like they try and take the reins of destiny.
Mhm.
They'll try and further along. It's happened several times where they'll try and like further along biblical prophecy or try and force it through.
Yeah,
And it just never happens.
yeah. Well, I think it's because Satan's trying to do it on his own timeline
Mm.
versus it's all on God's timeline. And that's one thing to like when you're looking at these things. Again, this is when the tribulation has started. This is not to inspire fear. Jesus said that he tells us these things so that we would fear not, in fact. And so it's not to inspire fear, but rather it's a glimpse at, this is what we're to expect is going to happen. This is what God has laid out. This is the plan that he has right
Now,
now.
Ben, why shouldn't we feel fear? Because we have two big meteors coming. We've got a blood full of sea. Like, why not be afraid, Ben?
Because one, no matter what, if you trust in the Lord, you are in his hands. And if you actually go through, we'll go through these. There's things that happen even in here that the Christians that are in the tribulation at this point, they get a mark actually, and they're not affected by the things.
Oh, that's interesting.
In like the 5th, 6th, and 7th trumpet, I believe.
Okay.
We'll get there. But, God has you in the palm of his hands.
Right.
And ultimately, no matter your circumstances, what's going on around you, his wrath is reserved for for unrighteousness and wickedness. It's not reserved for his people.
Thank God.
Yeah. So that's something just to keep in mind, is not to be afraid. And just like it says in 2 Peter, I believe chapter 3, it says, the earth is going to pass away with a roar, or the heavens will pass away with a roar. What manner of people ought you to be? But holy and godly. So we're not to be concerned and try and store up foods, trying to get in our bunker, like this will protect me from wormwood, not to get our supplies, but rather we should be concerned about Christ being formed in us and dying daily to ourselves and loving God and knowing him. He's not waiting, over us with a hammer.
Right.
So the 4th angel blew his trumpet. We're in verse 12 now. And the sun was struck, and a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of their light might be darkened, a third of the day might be kept from shining, likewise a third of the night.
That's wild. I mean, it's just going nuts. I mean, it would just be like one after the other. What a cataclysmic thing.
Yeah.
You're hit by one meteor, a bigger meteor, and then the moon.
Well, I think the first one's bigger. The second one, it does something to a third of the water supply. I don't know if it was bigger because it said a great star. So I'm not sure if if it's actually going to be a meteor, if it's going to be like a angel or something, that a supernatural event. It could be any of those things.
My money's on meteors.
That's fair.
Okay, so a third of the sun will be darkened. How does that work?
I think it means like, basically it's trying to get the point across that a third of like light will be diminished. Something will happen where like a third of our daytime, like, could be like basically something's blotting out a third of the light.
Maybe like really intense like cloud coverage or smoke or
even supernatural at that point.
Yeah, something.
You could even have, I mean, they talk about how the sun, what do you call it? How it has like those spots, those dark spots on there to show that it's like kind of going out, basically. You might even have a massive like cataclysmic event happening within the sun that's darkening it. Yeah,
could be.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's something that, it's going to darken things. What that does to the earth probably is going to throw it into chaos if a third of your light is gone.
It'd be a little chilly.
Well, and if a third of your water supply is gone too.
Yeah, a third of your light, a third of your water supply.
Be a little thirsty.
A third of your vegetation and
be a little hungry.
Your food supply at that point too.
So it's just a mass crap storm.
So you're a little cold, a little hungry, and a little thirsty.
Yeah.
I think it's chaos now. Just wait.
Yeah. It's absolutely terrifying. Then I looked and heard an eagle cry with a loud voice as it flew overhead. Woe, woe, woe to those who dwell on the earth, at the blast of the other trumpets that the 3 angels are about to blow. So all this happens, and then an eagle flies over and says, woe to you guys for the next 3 trumpets that are about to blow. In other words, like, yeah, you had four and they were really bad, but these next 3, I'm sad for you guys. It's like, woe unto you.
What's always interesting too is like you are, when you're reading Revelations, it's not only spiritual, so you're reading the spiritual nature, the spiritual visions and such, but you're also dealing with a man from, I mean, what time period exactly are we talking here?
I mean, it was probably
It was the 90.
I mean, yeah, 90 some AD.
So you're dealing with his interpretation of seeing what the things around now. That's always something that I think is interesting because, like, it's one of those things where Is that eagle, is that spiritual, or maybe is he seeing a plane that's like warning people? You know, it's sort of it's weird stuff like that.
I would say that one's more spiritual, just
right? But
because of
even like the
trumpets.
scorpions, the flying scorpions, you know,
Right.
it's like, are those drones?
Right.
Because you're dealing with somebody who is seeing something that he cannot like really comprehend in terms of like, how do I explain this?
Right.
I always found that aspect interesting, but
Yeah.
do go on.
And so the fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star fall from heaven to earth.
Another one.
But I think that this is like an angel.
Okay.
And he was given the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit.
Oh, so that's why I think the other one was an angel too, because they referred to it as a star.
Hmm.
I get you.
He opened the shaft of the bottomless pit, and from the shaft rose smoke like the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened with the smoke from the shaft. And then the smoke, from the smoke came out locusts on the earth, and they were given power like the power of scorpions on the earth.
Speaking of the score, there you go.
They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any green plant or any tree, but only those people who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads.
Incredible.
They were allowed to torment them for 5 months, but not to kill them. And their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it stings someone. And in those days, people will seek death and will not find it. They will long to die, but death will flee from them.
That's gnarly.
So you have this angel unlock this the shaft to a bottomless pit. And from that, a plume of smoke like a great furnace, something so great, a great like plume of smoke comes out that darkens the earth.
Plume of smoke.
Yeah, I don't know how else to.
A cloud.
I like
cloud
it.
of smoke.
I like the verbiage. I thought that was a funny word. I don't hear plume of smoke a lot. So
And-
plume.
And from that, everything's darkened. And then you're going to have these nasty, whatever these things come out of this bottomless shaft
Drones.
and start stinging people. And it says like the sting of a scorpion. I should have really looked at what kind of things scorpion poison does to people.
Oh, I've heard it's like real painful. Like I've heard they they have that like pain meter and it's like really high on there. You know, it's funny because I remember a long time ago, one of my friends, and we never got around to doing this because I just always chickened out. One of my friends had those suckers that have the scorpions in them. And like you're supposed to eat the scorpions.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't do it.
I can't.
And like it's funny because every instinct in you is telling you not to do
I know.
it.
It's like, don't do it.
So I mean,
Don't do it.
when you have these flying scorpions, that's all I could think of was, man, like I never got around to actually trying that sucker. I couldn't do it.
You want to know what a scorpion sting is like?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Does it have like a description of how it feels?
Yeah, according to Google's AI, a scorpion sting typically feels like an immediate, sharp, burning pain, similar to or more intense than a wasp sting. It causes intense localized numbness and tingling that can last for several hours. Severe stings can produce electric shock-like sensations radiating up the limb.
Ooh.
Or cause systemic symptoms like muscle twitching, nausea, and breathing difficulties.
That's not so bad. Not so bad.
Not so bad. So these things are tormenting people. So that gives me the idea that just like they don't come out and just sting you once. They're tormenting like people. They're stinging them constantly. It's a constant like issue of
I got you. It was a sting.
It's like mosquitoes
Yeah.
in the heat of summer. That's
yeah,
what
it's like a constant
Need a hand, buddy? Oh, that was my stinger. I'm just joshing with you, but not really.
Got you again.
They have great senses of humor, these things.
I don't know why they don't laugh.
They're so kind, yet they're so evil.
Why don't the humans laugh at their jokes?
Well, we think we're pretty funny. Waka waka sting. Oh boy, lovable little guys.
But it gets to the point where some people are going to try and unalive themselves And it says death will actually flee from them. So there's going to be a supernatural time period, from what I understand here, that people will not be able to pass on.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
There was another time period like that, though.
Was there?
No.
I was trying to like rack my brain like, wait a minute.
You don't remember that? It was really crazy around the year 2000 where you could just like, I mean, it was wild. People were going nuts with it.
I had a joke that I'm not going to make.
Nah, see, it's tough, isn't it? You gotta. It's like you have the joke, you evaluate it, like you have like a counsel in your head that's like, no.
Don't say that.
It's the good angel and the bad angel.
It's literally.
Yes, tell the joke. It's so funny. No, think about the viewers. You might offend someone.
Mine both sound like crunk.
Cusco's poison.
Don't tell the joke. I'm so tired to do it right.
So the appearance of the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. So they had like some kind of like, they have some kind of armor. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, and their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth.
Ooh.
They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the noise of their wings was like the noise of many chariots with horses rushing into battle.
That's why I think drones.
They have tails and stings like scorpions, and their power to hurt people for 5 months is in their tails. They have as a king over them the angel of the bottomless pit. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in the Greek he is called Apollyon, which means means destruction.
Peachy.
Yeah.
Really? You say peachy?
It's a very vivid picture.
Yeah, it is a very vivid picture. So you have, again, like you said, you know, you're a guy. It's like taking me and like, if the world went on another 1,000 years and showing me what it looked like, and I'd be trying to describe it to people in today's language as best I could from what I saw. That would be that'd be very hard to do.
Right.
So it turned out when you do that, the descriptions are terrifying.
Well, I mean, like even you try and explain some like the death machines we have now. I mean, you just imagine trying to explain that. You'd be like, there was a chariot that had, you know, that was able to move upon its own. It had strange round legs, you know, or something.
Breastplates all around it.
Right. Like you would describe something like that, and you wouldn't be able to perceive maybe that there was people controlling it or something.
Right.
And you just have to explain it how you saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen those pictures of people that would describe like elephants and giraffes, and they would like have these artist recreations of them back in the day?
No.
You haven't seen that? It's absolutely insane. It was back like, you know, before we had pictures. People who would see like go to foreign
like
places.
the medieval ones. Yeah.
Well, it's even before that. They would go like foreign places, or it's after that. I think it was actually after the medieval times. They would go to these foreign places and they would be like, oh, I have to describe like an elephant. And so you have like this artist try and recreate it. Had a long nose, and they're like, you know, like what are you going to think? You're going to think, oh, a person knows, I guess. So
right.
You know, you can't really, how are you going to describe it?
Yeah.
And so you can actually go online and like find pictures like that. They're so far off from like what they actually look like, but it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think this was an interesting one, because there can be an argument. You can go, okay, it is a supernatural thing. These things are just terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
There could be an argument of it being man-made like drones.
Yeah.
Where it's something like the bottomless pit or the plume is industrial work of these things being made.
Yeah.
And then these things being unleashed upon people.
Again, is he seeing the spiritual? Is he seeing the physical? Or is he describing, you know, the best he can of
he's
physical?
seeing there's a spiritual element, whether it happens in the natural or not. There's a spiritual.
It's mixed together is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's an actual spiritual element happening to it, regardless of this. There is an angel unlocking this pit to do that. Verse 12 of chapter 9, it says, "The first woe has passed. Behold, two more woes to come."
Oh boy.
So you only got to the one.
We've got
From the eagle.
numerous
Eagle said it 3 times.
Yeah.
numerous just massive destruction.
Then you get into this like torturous thing of the people that are left. You're trying to scrounge for food. You know, the economy's wrecked. Like everything is just a mess. And now these things are coming out and torturing you toward the point where you want to die. Insane. Then the sixth angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar before God, saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great rivers Euphrates." So the 4 angels who had been prepared for the hour, the day, the month, and the year were released to kill another third of the mankind.
That's what we got into last time.
Yeah, a little bit with Euphrates. We didn't get into those things, but just the drying of it. We touched on it. The number of mounted troops was twice 10,000 times 10,000. I heard their number, and this is how I saw the horses in my vision, and those who rode them. They wore breastplates the color of fire and of sapphire and sulfur, and their heads of the horses were like lions' heads. And fire and smoke and sulfur came out of their mouths. By these 3 plagues, a third of mankind was killed. By the fire and the smoke and sulfur coming out of their mouths. For the power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents with heads. And by means of them they wound.
I will say, as terrifying as that sounds, it would make one heck of a really cool metal cover.
Yeah, it would,
like a metal album.
Yeah, it would actually.
Like you can kind of imagine it.
Yeah, you can.
So I forget if I was thinking about this earlier or if so a third of the population has already gone out and then this happens.
Yes.
So
another third.
Of the population.
It just keeps going.
Yikes.
Yeah. So like, I would imagine people are getting pretty scarce now if you're surviving through this.
And scared.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you would. Yeah, you would be. But this is what's wild about this. So, by these 3 plagues, a third of mankind was killed by the fire and smoke and sulfur coming out of their mouths. For the power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails, for their tails are like serpents with heads, and by means of them they wound. So these tails were basically like snake heads that could wound you. The rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues. This is what I think is more wild than almost anything else I've just read to you guys. The rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues did not repent for their works of their hands, nor give up worshiping demons and idols of gold and silver and bronze and stone and wood, which cannot see, hear, or walk. Nor did they repent for their murders, or their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts.
Are you surprised? Considering our society that we have like literally right now.
A little bit.
I wouldn't be.
I mean, whoever's left in this, their hearts are so hardened and they're so
I can promise
reprobate.
You this. Satan could come back tomorrow and be like the most blatant version of Satan you've ever seen. We're talking red skin, big horns, forked tail. And if he said the right things, you'd have more than half the country being like, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So maybe God was the bad guy all along. And what you did.
There are people who already believe that.
Oh, 100%. If he said the things that are popular to say, you would have people turning it against the very, I don't even know how to put it.
That Jesus was racist. Can you believe that? Fascist?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so you hear this and you wonder, like, why would these people not repent? But you can see it now.
Yeah.
You can see a very blatant version of that right now.
Yeah.
So it's not super surprising, that last bit.
I guess.
Well, and then, there's going to be people who, because they already say it, there's going to be people who say, well, if God loved us, why is he doing this to us?
Right? No, 100%.
Right.
And then, I mean, here's the deal, too. You have people right now willing to set themselves on fire for propaganda reasons because the media lied to them in such a way where they're willing to just, do crazy stuff like that. So, like that amount of torture, they'd still be like, well, we're doing it for a good cause. They've become so blown up in their own self-righteousness that they're willing to accept that amount and still not get rid of the things that are causing it.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. They did not give up worshiping demons and idols. And you see that we're worshiping here in America, what we're worshiping.
Yeah. It's sad, but
and around the world.
Like, I think, like, to some degree, I am surprised that there will be people who just totally miss it.
It's just a total rebellion. Just
total rebellion. Like to some degree, I am surprised that there are going to be people who just totally miss it. Then, looking around today at the chaos that is already going on, I'm like, part of me is not surprised because there are people who are just so backwards in their thinking and they're so reprobate and they're like, jumping through hoops trying to make their logical that I'm just like,
well, it's not even jumping through hoops. They'll just straight up shut things down.
Well, sometimes they'll just jump through hoops too.
Right,
like,
right.
If they're having a debate with somebody who, is actually listening to them because, anyway, but there's fault on both sides.
Right.
So.
We need the grinding Jamie's gear segment. That's what we need.
You know what really grinds my gears?
We have like an American flag behind her and like a whole like news entrance. And thank you, Ben.
You should make a jingle for that. And that's what ticked Jamie off today.
Why did it sound like a Folgers? Like, I like that. It sounded way more like pleasant than what the content was. That's what took Jamie off today. Like that sounds like an old like 90s
a freeze frame of Jamie.
Best part of waking up.
Anyway, you're talking about the end of the world and stuff. So
yeah, you gotta have some levity with all this madness because it's dark, man.
Yeah, it is.
Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven, wrapped in a cloud with a rainbow over his head, and his face was like the sun, and his legs like pillars of fire. And he had a little scroll open in his hand. So, kind of a interlude from the next trumpet. This is in Revelation 10. And when this, and he set his right foot in the sea and his left foot on land, and he called out with a loud voice like a lion roaring. And when he called out, the seven thunders sounded. And when the seven thunders had sounded, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Seal up what the seven thunders have said, and do not write them down." So there are things that we don't know, basically, that happen in this interlude.
That is interesting.
But I did generate a little picture of it because I thought it was a very interesting description.
Oh, that's cool. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Send that to me later.
You should try to put that actually in the video.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I can do that.
Because that is really cool.
So you drew that?
Oh yeah. It took me some time.
That's incredible. You drew that?
Really, it took him no time at all. That's
even more amazing. How do you do it?
How did you do it?
That's really cool though.
So he tells John basically to eat the scroll, and it was sweet in his mouth, bitter in his belly. And he said, then...
what do you think that means, sweet in your mouth, bitter in your belly?
I think because the word of God coming, there's this knowledge of the redemption, but also the pit of like the horrible things still yet to come.
Oh, that would make sense.
That would be my estimation of that. Yeah, that'd be my estimation of it.
That tracks.
And he says, you must again prophesy about the many peoples and nations and languages and kings. So this next part of his I guess, part of his vision and what he has to say comes from the revelation of this scroll. It's less about like eating it. It's more like digesting it and understanding what's said and communicating it, basically being able to communicate it. And then it talks about the 2 witnesses, which we'll talk about in another episode.
We've already covered them, actually.
We have.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
So we won't talk about it in another episode.
Go back.
and find it somewhere.
It's right
Good
here,
luck.
actually.
No, thanks.
Poor Ben. He's like, okay.
Thanks a lot.
If you go back to season 1, episode 8.
Yeah. Well, I know it's in season 2. We know that much because we told stories in season 1.
Yes. Then the 7th angel blew his trumpet, and there were a loud voice in heaven saying, "The kingdom of this world has become the kingdom of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever." And the 24 elders who sat on their thrones before God fell on their faces, worshiping God, saying, "We give thanks to you, Lord God Almighty, who was, who is, who was, for you have taken great power and begun to reign." The nations raged, but your wrath came, and the time for the dead to be judged, and for rewarding your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, both small and great, for the destroying the destroyers of the earth. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and the ark of his covenant was seen within his temple, and there were flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, an earthquake, and heavy hail. And that was the 7th trumpet.
Huh. What do you make of that Ark of the Covenant thing?
I think that was the ark was always meant to carry his presence. And so I think that in God's temple, in heaven was open, and the Ark of the Covenant was seen within his temple, meaning that the Bible talks about us being lively stones, being built together as inhabitants for God. And so I think that signifies the completion of that work that he's done. That's what I think it is. And I think that's a pretty solid theory too.
If you have a problem with it, your eschatology is wrong.
Yeah. But I think that's what it is, because it talks about him building us as a heavenly temple. And it talks about how Abraham was looking for a city whose builder and maker was also God.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so you have this theme of God building this new temple, this new place where he will dwell with his people. And I think this 7th trumpet is basically the completed and finished work of that.
That's interesting. I like that. That's a good theory.
Thank you.
I don't have one. So.
I don't either.
But I was curious because the Ark of the Covenant, it's such an interesting focal point in the Bible numerous times. How they handled it, how they treated it.
I mean, intense.
Yeah, we even got
Lots
to that
of reverence. People actually, because they didn't handle it properly.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, even that one guy that just tried to keep it from falling.
Yeah.
The tumors.
Yep.
The golden tumors.
You should definitely go back and find that episode. Hilarious.
Good luck. We've got a lot now. Started episode 1.
Binge watch.
Actually, maybe don't start episode 1. Although Shamgar was funny.
Shamgar was great.
Although there was, going back, I bet it's like, because we haven't gone back to see that in a while. I bet there's a lot of things that we've
trying to find your footing.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of things. It's like anyone else's first episode. There's a lot of.
I didn't think it was bad though.
Probably not.
We should go back and watch. We should have a watch party one day.
Yeah.
And you should have a watch party too, dear viewer. Starting at episode 1.
Like and subscribe.
Binge watch all our episodes.
Oh, it's great. It's
and
just
then watch our shorts like 30 times, each of them.
You thought you liked The Office? You thought you liked Friends? We're way better.
We're not in an office, but we are friends.
Now,
Actually,
Ben,
we're in a home
we are
office.
in an office.
Yeah, that's true.
Ben, do weird like office cuts for the rest of this.
Yeah. Everyone has to look at the camera.
Oh my.
Changing. But
changing gears, going back.
Yeah, changing gears, going back. But yeah, I was rereading that again to brush up on it for the pod and stuff. And that actually that last seventh trumpet clicked with me with that when I reread it. I was like, oh my gosh, I bet that's what.
Oh, that's
that
funny.
is.
So the question that I asked ended up being the thing that.
That's
funny how
I
that
reread
works.
it and kind of was meditating on it. Yeah.
Very
Again, we do
interesting.
not plan any of this. We're very unplanned. Ben does.
Ben does well, and I try to give Ben ideas.
Jamie does.
She does try and give me ideas.
What
next one is actually a
less
topic
planning.
from
I meant
Jamie.
more coordination.
There's
we don't coordinate.
Yeah, there's no coordination.
Right. Like we don't.
This is all spontaneous.
Levi, when I bring the part up about the ark, ask me about it. Okay, Ben.
Okay, I will
I've
do
got
that.
a really good revelation. Make sure you ask me about it.
Igor will do. I will ask.
Do it, monkey.
Okay. May I come out of the bell tower, please? I can't think of any songs that he sings from that movie, or I would have
I don't
done
even know
one.
what movie you're referring to.
You know? Oh, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
How far?
We weren't
That's
allowed
the
to see
only
that.
song that I could think of.
That's the only one I can think of.
Retrospectively, it's good that you weren't, because that was like another one of those Disney subverting good and evil type stuff. And like, oh, what if the church was super evil? And I'm like, okay.
It's had its moment.
It
It
has
has.
its moments.
It has, but when I started doing research, like there is this guy that made a really good essay about Mary Poppins, and I wish I could like recommend him. It was a great essay about how it was like Disney's first foray into subverting good and evil, and you wouldn't think it because it's just Mary Poppins, but he makes a really good case for it.
Huh.
And it was like
weird.
it was during the hippie movement, and they had hired on a bunch of those people onto the movie, and they spent their time basically making a piece of propaganda to subvert like planning ahead, to subvert like even things like simple like saving your money, being responsible with your finances. What was it? Reprimanding your children. Like he did a great job, and I was like, oh my!
I kind of want to
gosh.
see that. That's crazy.
Yeah, if I
'Cause I like Mary Poppins. I thought it was kind of cute.
well, but it's weird when you look at it through this lens and you see how long that kind of subversion. So it's happened for a while, and that's kind of why I'm always Disney's been very subversive for a fat minute.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah.
It sucks because a lot of those I like, but you go back and
Yeah.
Anyway, you had a thing.
Yeah. So
back to my thing.
Back
I want
to
to talk
my
about
thing.
how much I hate Disney.
segment change.
Oh, we're
Oh.
changing segment already?
Yeah. Unless you have
okay.
anything else you want to talk about.
Let's go back to me hating
trumpets.
Disney. No, do you remember that weird Disney movie? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
No. I'm done with it. I'll shelf that. But do you remember that weird bit? We were talking about trumpets, where for a while there it was going viral. All those
People
videos.
were hearing trumpets. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There was like
Yeah.
these videos that would surface, and it'd be like trumpet sounds heard in Florida at such and such time, and someone would like open the door, and like it would be like real quiet, and then you hear
Yeah.
and like they were like, what is that noise? And then you'd hear it like stop, and then you hear and then like, but it was happening.
It was happening everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like some coming out of Russia, and it's weird because some people claim they were hoaxes, and some of them I'm sure were.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting because you wonder if those were all hoaxes. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
think
just an interesting
when those
thought.
trumpets sound, it's one of those things that you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
I think you'll know.
You'll know. When the little creepy beasts come out of the pit to sting you, you'll know.
Now we have drones.
Yeah. And this is all like before the rapture too, right?
No, this is after.
This is after the rapture.
We're in the tribulation right now.
Oh, thank God.
Again, this
We're in
is
the
like
tribulation. Even if
And
it wasn't,
so-
even if we didn't get raptured out of the tribulation, because some people believe you won't.
We
Doesn't
should
matter.
be- yeah, according to the Bible, we'd be good. But that just seems like even just watching.
you guys are weenies. I could take it.
Even just watching like the chaos and destruction, even if you're, it says in the Bible that, we would be taken care of and stuff. But even just watching the chaos and destruction of the world like that'd be intense to live out. It's one thing to read about it, watch a movie about it, and another thing to like have that
Live
be
it.
your reality.
You couldn't block it out, you don't think?
Oh.
I mean, like if you had like a Game Boy or something, you don't think you could?
I mean, if it were a Game Boy Color, sure.
Okay, all right. As long as we're on the same page. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, whew,
Oh my!
that would really heighten the fear of the Lord in me. That's for sure.
I bet some
tell you
people
that
could
much.
block that out. Some people are kind of oblivious. They'd be like, "Yeah,
Not that bad.
I just go about living my life, man.
So,
Every day's a new day."
so if you believe pre-trib, then you're not. According to Levi's theory, if you believe pre-trib, you're not going to be a part of that.
Correct.
So Levi's
But if
theory
you
is
believe mid-trib, you will be.
I can't even remember my theory.
Your theory was you'll be raptured at the exact time, whatever time you think it'll happen. It will happen.
Oh, right. That was it. You get to choose your own.
Yeah,
it's
choose
kind
your
of
own rapture.
I'm the fast food of rapture. I want to serve it up the way you like it. That's my theory.
There, you don't believe in rapture? Well, there will be no rapture.
Hey,
for
some
you, friend.
churches are like that. Why not?
Yeah.
They are. So, whatever you believe, that's what it'll be.
Yeah, you just keep on giving those donations. We like you. We like you either way, but they'll like you a little more.
A little more. But yeah, I think regardless of when the rapture happens,
Could be tomorrow.
it could be tomorrow, it could be during all this, or it could be after all this.
Could be in 5 minutes.
Don't know. Yeah, don't know. But the point is that Jesus said, I tell you these things so that you would have peace.
Yeah.
You would know what's going on. You know what's coming, and it's not going to be a shock, and it's not going to shake you when it does come, because that's why it's in there. It says, "Blessed is everyone who reads and does what's said in this."
Could be right now.
So, you may not even get the episode out.
Or it could be as you're watching this. Just kidding. Or
So-
not, maybe. I don't know. It could be, what if it happened to line up right when I said that? Could.
Good.
That'd be really ironic. And
Yeah. So
Poor Ben lost his train of thought.
I did.
he's thinking.
I was trying to make sure, oh yeah, you don't have fear, and just leave it like.
Ben's like, do I cut this? Do I cut that
Oh
part?
no, definitely not. I leave most of everything.
You were
in there.
trying to segue like 10 minutes ago.
I was, but
It
it's
should
fine.
strike a little bit. I mean, it could be tomorrow. If you're not thinking you got to make sure you're right. You got to make sure you're right.
I think more than that, you just gotta know God and love the
Yeah.
Lord, and
That's what I mean.
walk with Him. Yeah.
You got, for the unbeliever, it could be. You're hearing
For
all
the
this stuff.
unbeliever, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely terrifying. That'd be terrifying. And
Could
so if
be.
you're an unbeliever, you read this, you see this, and then tribulation does happen. Just remember what you heard here today and be like, you know what? I should probably repent for my sorceries, worshiping of idols and devils, and get right with the Lord.
And if
Yeah.
it happens when I called it, no, I won't be allowed around to celebrate that I got it. know that I would have been very excited that I called it.
No one's going to call it, Levi. No man's going to know the day or the hour.
Oh no, I'm just saying randomly, if it just happened to have happened on that instance where I'm like, it's right now, and someone's watching, and then all of a sudden they look outside and there's all these people going up, and they're like, oh crap,
Oh no.
The one person who survived the third of a third of extinction.
Right? A third of a third of a third.
Oh, there was another third, right?
I don't
That one-
remember how many
that
thirds there were.
redhead called it. It's like he knew.
She isn't good.
I didn't. It was all happen chance, but it makes me excited.
Makes me happy. A little spring in my step.
God's like, I see a little pride there, and you see me kind of going up and then down. wait a minute.
No, wait. You said it wasn't going to be a big deal. Have at it. All right, now, anyways,
Levity. You need a little
Hurry,
levity.
Ben,
Little
hurry.
Next segment. Hurry. We'll never get to it if I keep going.
so Christianity and
Do we have a song? No jingle?
no, because it's just like news, I guess. I should have a jingle for news, shouldn't I?
You have AI news, but you don't have.
Yeah, I just need normal
You need one of those gross, whenever
news
breaking news.
Yeah,
happens.
the
It's like,
doo-doo-doo.
yeah. You
I
need one
do.
of those. Just a quick.
On it. Write that down for me, my assistant.
Okay.
Jamie, look that up.
So now Christianity is punishable by 8 years in prison in Iran.
Oh, big surprise.
This was back in November though. But you can now, if you're a Christian, be put in jail for 8 years in Iran. And like right now, there's like just crazy mass overhaul and killing of people, basically protesting their government. They're just going out there and just destroying those people. They've been doing it. It's been horrible. But Iran, following Jesus now, has a price, comes with a price. And so 5 Iranian converts to Christianity just had their long prison sentence upheld by a Tehran court, appeals court. Their crime was for spreading Christianity and acting against national security, which is a common accusation to silence Christians and crush house churches. And this really isn't isolated though. Nearly 100 Christians in 2025, excuse me, had been sentenced to a combined 260 plus years behind bars.
Oh yeah, that's not surprising.
Many faced arrest, beatings, torture, and the loss of basic rights simply because they chose to follow Christ.
Well, even there's videos of coming out of Europe of like street preachers getting arrested and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, there's numerous
getting
videos
harassed
of
that. And people getting pulled out of their homes in the UK for posting stuff online.
What's really unsettling is I can't remember if it was Europe or America, but I was watching this street pastor just doing what he's doing, and this cop starts harassing him, and he's the person who was preaching knew the ordinance is pretty good.
That was in America,
and the cop starts acting really freaking weird. Like they start like I mean, you want to talk manifesting? They start like flicking their tongue in, like being like weird and like mocking him and stuff, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah, and the guy knew his rights, thankfully.
Was that the American one where he was like being weird, the cop afterwards?
Yeah, because he knew his rights, and he's like, I have a right to preach here. Like, I can be here and do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ordinance even. And they finally had to leave him alone because they had no legal grounds, but they were trying to intimidate him, try and tell him, hey, you can't be here. They were actually breaking the law by doing that and trying to suppress his rights. Well, it's crazy. And you go, well, that wouldn't happen in America, but it has already.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're a couple steps behind Europe in terms of all this stuff.
Yeah.
It takes
only a couple.
Oh, I know. I mean, it takes one good, a good rotation and we're there.
Yeah. But
I mean, you had the FBI. I'll never forget that, where it came out that the FBI was investigating Christian families from school because they were like, oh, they're terroristic. I mean, it's crazy when you think about what the kind of persecution that we've dealt with even in America. Like that would have been unheard of years ago.
Yeah.
Well, and wasn't there a thing where I can't remember where it was. I know it was in America, but I can't remember like what state. Maybe it was California, where they were trying to make it so Christians couldn't do foster care or something like that.
Oh gosh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's been too long because it's an older case.
But then they realized that because of that, they had to redact it because they didn't have enough people or something like that. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but
no, I know that there was definitely something like that, but I mean, that's an older one.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. It wasn't recent or anything, but
I think Ben might be looking it up. Ben Joe, are you looking it up? He's doing something. Is he playing Flappy Bird?
Yeah. So,
some Plants vs. Zombies on there.
Authored by State Senator Scott Wiener, Senate Bill 407 is now being enforced with new guidance from California Department of Social Services. But saying it's California, I mean, you got 50% that it's California or New York.
Or Minneapolis.
Boy, what a
the
last
spawn
name.
point. I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? He made a bill to his namesake.
Other states, including Vermont, Oregon, Washington, and Massachusetts, also exclude parents from foster care if they believe God's male and female design for humanity.
Boy, we are living in a crazy time.
This, despite the fact that there are about 368,000 kids in foster care in the United States, with around 68,000 children moving in and out of the foster homes annually in California alone.
Boy, it makes it ironic, all those people who say, well, why don't you just adopt? If you care so much, why don't you adopt? It sounds like a lot of people have tried.
Yeah.
They need to ask Mr. Wiener.
Yeah.
See,
So
I can say that. And it's like when a kid learns a word that I don't know how to put it. Like when they learn about like an animal name that also happens to have a coinciding name that's inappropriate. And then the kid's like, I can say that. And you're like, well, yeah, technically. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's currently a shortage of foster homes across the nation. This policy will further exacerbate this situation.
Right.
Youth are sleeping in social service offices and supervised by casework professionals. Others are staying in hotels with rotating staff and eating takeout food. In some jurisdictions, youth are placed in juvenile detention centers, having committed no crime for the sheer lack of homes for the kids to be placed in.
Oh, boy. Wow.
So, but it's like, here you take Christians by far do the most community service.
Mm-hmm.
They do the most adoptions. They do the most foster care. And you're taking out the biggest people just because you're like, well, if you're not LGBTQ affirming.
Well, it's even more wild because
insane.
I watch a lot of these, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say the words, but I'm going to. I watch all like abortion versus anti-abortion debates and content like that. And one of their biggest standbys is, oh, so you care? Well, then why don't you adopt these kids? If you care so much about these kids, why don't you adopt them?
Well, listen to this. 2 days ago, article comes out from the Christian Post. A Catholic couple who alleges that Massachusetts officials banned them from welcoming foster children into their home due to their religious beliefs is still fighting for the rights in court, even after state foster care licensing rules were altered amid federal pressure. So even after they were altered because of the federal pressure, they're still fighting Massachusetts in court to be able to foster children. This is insane.
Only Wiener would do this.
They were denied the right to foster children because they would not be affirming to a child who identifies as LGBTQIA. Insane.
And to clarify, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not like loving toward that child. They're just not affirming their that identity.
It's crazy. It's crazy how they've been able to weaponize that to such a degree. But Ben's all in the article now.
I am. Yeah, they're basically just saying, even though they've said, like, we're asking the state to basically rectify what they've done, even though they said they've changed things, they haven't.
Right. What would you do, Jamie, if he was not reading any of these articles and he turned it around and he's just playing Sudoku?
I'd be very surprised because he's not the one who plays Sudoku. I am.
Well, that's the secret.
I'd be like, oh, we could have been playing together.
I've been trying to up my IQ secretly.
Play this game for 5 minutes to sharpen your mind.
But all that to say, though, it's crazy. We're talking, whether you see it here in America, but in Iran, things are really bad.
Oh, yeah.
And we definitely need to be praying for our
China, things are very good.
They're very bad there, too. We need to be praying for our Christian brothers and sisters around the world. Nigeria.
Zimbabwe.
In Zimbabwe, I believe. Nicaragua. Like, there's just no good things happening around the world right now. And we definitely need to keep our brothers and sisters in Christ in prayer.
Yeah, because it was only, I mean, it's weird when you think about how the blessing that you are not born into that situation.
Yeah.
That we get even with all of what we're dealing with, it's very lightweight, very easy.
Yeah.
Compared to people in other countries.
Other situations who have to make horrifying choices.
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you guys want to hear a cool testimony on a brighter note?
Yep. Bring us up.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do for that? You need to do how we have that one band for End of the World. You need to make like a post like 90s grunge like teenager. Yes.
If you look at all of the segments, they all have the same band playing.
They do.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need more bands. We need to hire more bands. We need to have like for that we need like a high energy teenage like grunge long hair.
And in order to do that, we need more funds. So join our Patreon.
Join Faith Hacks Plus. We've talked about this a couple times, all right? Now, it starts at the top of the pyramid.
So this is a cool story. A 13-year-old Australian boy, he swam for 4 hours in the cold in dangerous waters to save his mom and siblings who were swept into the ocean.
Oh, wow.
So
4 hours.
4 hours. He was 13 years old. So they were on kayaks and stuff, and the water, they got probably a current, pulled them out, and they were super far away from shore. And basically it's this mom and her I think it's his brother, and I think his sister was out there. But they had no life jackets or anything like that. And so he basically is talking with his mom, and she basically sends him out. You're like, you have to go to get help. And so he goes out, swims for 4 hours. And as he's swimming, he was saying, I don't think it was actually me swimming. It was God the whole time. I kept on praying. And I said, God, I will get baptized.
That's a pretty good one.
He said, the waves are massive and I have no life jacket. And I just kept thinking, just keep swimming. And then I finally made it to shore. I hit the bottom of the beach and I just collapsed. And he said after he kind of gets up, he sprinted for about almost a mile to find help. And according to AP, the family drifted 9 miles from a place I'm not even going to try to describe or pronounce, and spent 10 hours in the water. They reached the shore, the authorities sent out a helicopter to find his mom, his 12-year-old brother, and his 8-year-old sister.
That's wild.
Austin's mother, Joanne, said it was one of the hardest decisions of her life, was sending her son to shore. Yeah, so it's just crazy.
There's a Bible verse to back it.
It's crazy. What was that?
It's not me who labors, but the Lord who labors in me. So
yeah, I guess you could apply it to that, man. The kid, 4 hours in the ocean, you're probably fighting current. You're trying to swim.
Sharks and
Aussie
everything. Sharks.
Yeah.
Those are way more dangerous.
The man of war jellyfish in Australia too.
Swimming kangaroos.
Yeah. Those are there too. The koalas, the drop bears.
The drop bears
those things
out
there.
Nasty. I like koalas.
The platypus.
Oh, the most deadly of all.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool story though. How he's
cool.
just like, he prayed and he was just like, Lord, help me. And he was like, he gave credit to the Lord. He's like, I don't even think it was me. It was the Lord. Swimming for 4 hours. I don't know. Swimming, like, even for, like, if you're not like a swimmer, even swimming for like 20 minutes, you're gassed.
Yeah.
If you're trying to fight the tide, you're trying to fight waves and stuff, you're gassed.
I could do it.
I could do it for 5 hours. No problems.
That sounds easy to me.
I remember when we were in Hawaii, and I remember being pretty worn out after the 45 minutes that we swam to like a rock or something, and then we swam back, and like we took breaks and we like floated and yeah.
Just chilled.
Like it was a very leisurely swim. We weren't like swimming to save our family's lives or anything.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool story, but I was like, oh, that's so crazy. Cause I also did a video for a guy here in Indiana, and he wanted to record his testimony, and he had gone out on vacation with like, his sister and stuff. And, long story short, they drifted out way too far by a rip current, and the boat one of their kayaks ended up capsizing with them on it, the guy and his niece, and he grabbed her, and they were trying to make it back to shore, and he was like, basically he wasn't going to make it. So he was like, I just prayed, Lord, just whatever you do, please let my niece live. And he said the next thing he knew, he was on the shore with his niece, wow. with his sister running up and, crying and screaming and stuff. And next thing he knew, it was just instantly he was back on shore. It was crazy. Really cool.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
That could have been another testimony.
Yeah. Good.
Why didn't you save it?
Because they both related. Same
you got a 2-for-1 in this episode.
A twofer. With all the heaviness, you needed a twofer today.
You got to buy one, get one free. And if you subscribe to Faith Hacks Plus, you can also get a third one.
A third fur.
A third fur.
You'll get Faith Hacks After Dark, where we talk about things that we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube.
We say the actual words.
We get into the Bible stories YouTube doesn't like. The scandalous affairs of Sodom and Gomorrah, we get into them.
We get into that. But, with the world and even like hearing revelations and all that, Jesus came and he died to save us from really ourselves, to save us from our sins. Sin separated us from God. And Christ came to bring reconciliation, and he died a criminal's death on the cross so that we might be made whole, that we might be able to come to him. And, we look at all the judgments and revelations, we look at all that and go, well, how can a loving God do that? And a loving God sent his son to give us a choice, to give us a way out, because that is the wrath we deserve. All of us deserve. And he gave us a way out. And so the Bible says that if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus Christ died and that he rose again, you will be saved. So I want to encourage you. It's just as simple as going, God, I repent for my sin. I believe that your son Jesus died and he rose again to save me from my sins. Lord, I ask that you forgive me. I ask that you fill me with your Holy Spirit and help me walk with you all the days of my life. And if you prayed that prayer, let us know. We can get material in your hand to help you in your walk with the Lord.
Silence in heaven, the moment draws near. Mystery sealed through the ages and years. An angel stands with the trumpet raised high. What was foretold is breaking the sky. The nations tremble, the veil feels thin. The end of waiting, the rain begins. What prophet spoke in fire and flame. Now all creation knows his name. Heaven holds its breath, earth begins to shake. What was hidden now awakes. rise before the throne. Faces down, he's claimed his own. Thanks to the one who was and is. Power revealed, no throne but his. The dead are judged, the saints awake. Reward is given for his name's sake. Those who feared him, great and small, justice answers heaven's call. The temple opens wide, lightning fills the sky. The testimony is unveiled at the sound of the seventh trumpet call. The kingdoms of this world fall. Now the kingdom of the Lord in Christ, he shall reign forevermore. Voices rise, crowns are cast, time is broken, the end is past. At the sound of the seventh trumpet call, he reigns forevermore. He takes his power, he takes his throne. The mystery of God is known. Thunder voices, hail and fire, he fulfills his heart's desire. No more delay, no more wait, the end proclaimed. The ark revealed, the covenant seen, faithful and true, the righteous King. At the sound of the seventh trumpet call, every wall is sure to fall. Now the kingdom of the Lord in Christ, he shall reign